Once upon a time there was a bunny named Fluffy-Toes. Fluffy-Toes was a very popular bunny. He had lots and lots of friends, but his best friend in the whole wide world was Hoppy McHoppy-Toes. They used to play in the flower bush all day long until Farmer Cranky Pants saw them and came shouting out of his house. Farmer Cranky Pants spent most of his days in the fields, however, so this left Fluffy and Hoppy lots of time to frolic as they pleased. One day, Fluffy had a strange feeling. He spoke to Hoppy about it. "I just feel funny, Hoppy," he said, "like I'm missing something." "I'm sure it's nothing," replied Hoppy. "Let's get back to munching on these flowers." And so they continued eating the flowers for the rest of the afternoon. But that night, Fluffy couldn't shake the feeling he'd had earlier in the day. He lay awake in his burrow looking up at the ceiling. He snuck out quietly while no one was listening. The air was crisp and the moon was out. It was quiet all around. Fluffy decided to go on a walk through the farm. His first stop was the henhouse. As he walked into the henhouse, he could hear the quiet snores of the hens as they lay on their nests, but as he tiptoed further inside, he heard some sobbing at the back. He walked cautiously to the hen who was making the sound. "What's wrong?" asked Fluffy. "My eggs," sobbed the hen. "Cranky Pants always takes my eggs." "That's not right," said Fluffy. "They're your eggs. Why did he take them?" I don't know," cried the hen. "Okay, I'm going to help you. I can't sleep anyway," declared Fluffy. Fluffy snuck into the farmhouse. He had to be very quiet. He knew if he woke the farmer, it would be rabbit stew for breakfast. He rummaged around a few boxes until he found them. The eggs! Lots and lots of eggs! He picked one up and found a basket nearby to put the egg in. He carried the egg back to the hen. "Oh, thank you," she clucked, having stopped crying. "You're welcome," replied Fluffy. Fluffy then left the henhouse to go back to his burrow, but on the way back he had a thought. Where did all the eggs need to go? Fluffy was so excited. The thoughts were coming now faster than he could think of them properly. What if he spent his days giving the eggs back to the chickens the farmer stole from them? Fluffy was so excited he ran as fast as he could to the farmhouse to start his new plan. He ran so fast that he ran right into the door, at full speed no less. Fluffy was in a daze. He was confused. He couldn't remember exactly what he was doing, but he could remember that he needed to get the eggs and give them. But who did he have to give them to? Maybe the farmer's children? So Fluffy found the basket he had used earlier and gathered up some eggs from inside the farmhouse. He went to all of Cranky Pants' children's rooms and left an egg for each of them. But it was still early and Fluffy had lots of eggs left. He decided to walk to the next farm and give the eggs to the children there. Now, we know bunnies are quite fast, so by the time morning came, Fluffy had visited all the children in the town and had left them each an egg. Fluffy went home and slept a good sleep. He felt good. He felt like he had done something great. About a year later, Fluffy and Hoppy were playing in the same garden. Fluffy said, "I feel funny."